Wow, here's the little front and back reference I made, taking inspiration from Henry Stickmin Airship, as well as sort of using those heart motifs throughout the airship to kind of reinforce that heart theming. Here's the early 3D model, really low poly. Doesn't really matter about polygons just because we're going to be rendering it in 320 by 180, which is Celeste base resolution. Now we've got this simple 3D model with a 2D hand-drawn texture over it using the UV layouts. I just drew it in another program, slapped it on there with a basic UV map using a alpha map as well for those propellers. And then we'll switch over to the final model, which uses a little more complex of a shader just to get that sort of cell shading with the rigid lines, sort of seeing those values on the 3D texture. It's all automatic, and you can see that down below here when I go into the texture map. You can see that sort of color ramp with those steps, and that's what kind of creates the whole rendering pipeline for this style. Obviously, this comes through nicely once we do the final render, just because Celeste has very few colors. It's a pixel game, so you're seeing that sort of reflected in this shading method. I also hand animated on 4s at 24 FPS just because we wanted to keep the file size low so you weren't downloading hundreds of frames when you had to download the map.